Here is the revised script, which maintains the exact content, structure, and length of the original, but has been formatted according to your instructions. Ready to have your entire worldview flipped upside down in the best possible way. You think life is complicated. Career, relationships, success, happiness. It all seems infinitely complex, right? Wrong. Life is laughably simple. We just hate simple answers. Think about it. Every self-help book has 300 pages, and in the end only says, eat less, move more. Every relationship tip can be summarized as, communicate and be attentive. Every success story reads, work consistently on something valuable. But that's boring. So we create complexity. We need the 47-step morning routine, the revolutionary trademark superfood diet, the ancient secret that the elite is hiding from you. The joke is, while you are looking for complex solutions, life is shouting the simple answers in your face. But simplicity doesn't sell books. Simplicity doesn't make you feel special. The greatest distraction is the search for complexity. Life was simple all along. We just made the search for it complicated. Want to hear something that will melt your brain? The more you try to force something, the more it slips away from you. No joke. You can't force sleep. Happiness runs away when you chase it. Love. Just try to force someone to love you. We all know how that ends. This is called the law of reverse effort. The more desperately you want something, the more unlikely it becomes, as if you were trying to stay on the surface of the water by thrashing around like crazy. You only sink faster. You see this pattern everywhere. Desperate people repel opportunities. Needy people repel relationships. Stressed people repel inner peace. And the craziest thing is, we know this. Every athlete knows they perform worse when they think too much. Every artist knows that forced creativity kills it in the bud. And what do we do anyway? We try even harder. So what works? Effort without attachment, action without desperation. Do the things, but don't cling to the result. Life rewards the relaxed, not the lazy, but the relaxed. A massive difference. Life's biggest joke. The more you try to control everything, the less control you truly have. A beautiful irony. Think about it. You plan every minute of your day, organize every detail, try to predict every outcome, and then life laughs and throws you an unpredictable curveball. We are all control freaks who don't want to admit it, but what really happens? Control is like holding water in your hands. The harder you squeeze, the faster it runs through your fingers. The ancient Stoics recognized this 2,000 years ago. You can only control two things, your actions and your reactions. Everything else is life's department. The breakthrough is this. Focus on your circle of influence. Ignore your circle of concern. Can you control the traffic? No. Can you control when you leave? Yes. Can you control other people's opinions? No. Can you control whether you are someone who deserves respect? Absolutely. Stop trying to be the CEO of your life. You are more like a surfer riding the waves. Master the riding, not the ocean. Ready for something wild? While you sleep, a full cleaning crew is working in your brain like janitors on the night shift. Scientists have discovered that your brain has its own waste disposal system. During deep sleep, cerebrospinal fluid flushes through your brain tissue and removes toxins that have accumulated throughout the day. It's like a dishwasher for your thoughts. This process is the reason why you have a clear head again after a good night's sleep. But here's the thing. Neuroscientists have found that your brain physically shrinks during sleep to create more space for this cleaning process. The cells actually contract, opening channels for fluid to flow. The facts are incredible. Your brain consists of 60% fat, weighs about 1.4 kg, and burns 20% of your daily calories just by thinking. We are basically walking supercomputers that require nightly maintenance. The research on this is breathtaking. A single night of poor sleep leaves metabolic waste in your brain. That's like trying to work in a trashed office. Everything takes more effort. Scientists are still discovering how this nightly reset affects everything from memory to creativity. Your brain has a night shift you never knew about. Here's the reason why you can't catch happiness. It's the only goal that runs away when you chase it. Happiness is like a cat. Ignore it and it jumps into your lap. We all know this. We chase the perfect job, the perfect relationship, the perfect body, thinking, then I will be happy. But neuroscience shows something fascinating. Your brain has a happiness set point. Win the lottery, and you're back at your baseline level in 6 months. Suffer a terrible accident, and you're also back at your baseline level in 6 months. This is called the hedonic treadmill. Happiness is not a destination. It is a byproduct. It comes from progress, not from reaching goals, from connection, not from possession, from giving, not from taking. We look for happiness in all the wrong places. The solution: stop chasing happiness directly. Focus on meaning, growth, and your contribution to the world. Do things that have significance. And happiness shows up uninvited like an unexpected gift. The greatest paradox of all: the less you need happiness, the more often it's there. Your brain is not a machine looking for truth. It is a pattern-matching machine with the delusion of being objective. Right now, dozens of cognitive biases are running in your brain. Confirmation bias makes you cherry-pick only the evidence that supports your beliefs. The halo effect makes you think attractive people are smarter. Loss aversion makes you fear losing $100 more than you enjoy winning $100. You are basically walking around with Instagram filters for reality. Here is the uncomfortable truth. You judge others by their actions, but yourself by your intentions. You remember your successes and forget your failures. You think you are above average in almost everything. This is called illusory superiority. And yes, you have it too. The worst part is, you can't turn these biases off. They are hardwired survival mechanisms, but you can recognize them. Awareness is a superpower. The next time you are absolutely sure about something, pause. Which bias is speaking right now? Your brain is constantly editing reality to fit your beliefs. At least now you know the filter exists. Hold on tight. 90% of your decisions are emotional, only 10% are logical. Your rational mind is not in the driver's seat. It's just commenting on the ride. You think you chose your career logically? No. You felt drawn to it and then justified it with logic. That gut feeling about a person, that's an emotional brain processing millions of microsignals faster than your conscious mind. Your emotions are smarter than your thoughts. The science behind it is fascinating. Your emotional brain processes information much faster than your logical brain. By the time you think about something, your emotions have already decided. You don't make decisions. You rationalize what you have already felt. This isn't bad news. It's great news. Your emotions are data, not commands. That pause between feeling and acting, that is exactly where your true power lies. Use it. Your memories are not recordings. They are more like Wikipedia pages that anyone can edit, and you are the lead editor. Every time you remember something, you literally change it. The act of retrieval makes memories malleable. Your brain fills gaps with current knowledge, modifies details based on new experiences, and flat out invents things that feel real. You don't remember the event. You remember the last time you remembered it. Scientists have proven this over and over. They can implant false memories so vividly that people swear they are real. Your confident testimony in court is probably 40% fiction. That childhood trauma might be partially fabricated. Your brain is an unreliable narrator pretending to be a documentary filmmaker. But here lies the opportunity. If memories are malleable, you can rewrite your story. Not by lying, but by choosing which parts to emphasize. You are already editing your past. The lesson: your memories are stories, not documentaries. Since you are the editor anyway, you might as well edit consciously. Choose which parts of your story you want to highlight. Want to transform your life? Then understand this: 20% of what you do generates 80% of your results. The rest is just expensive noise. Look closely at your life. 20% of your relationships bring you 80% of your joy. 20% of your tasks generate 80% of your value. 20% of your habits create 80% of your problems. We all specialize in trivialities. The math is everywhere. In business, 20% of customers generate 80% of profits. In your closet, you wear 20% of your clothes 80% of the time. Life isn't fair. It's exponential. Identify your vital 20% and double down there. Which activities really move the needle? Which relationships give you energy? Which habits truly count? Stop optimizing the 80% that doesn't matter. The brutal truth is, most of what you do is waste. But that also means you can cut 80% of your effort and barely notice it. Identify your vital 20%, double down, ignore everything else. You don't have bad habits. You have perfectly functioning loops with terrible rewards. Every habit follows the same pattern. Cue, routine, reward. See phone, cue. Check social media, routine. Get dopamine hit, reward. Feel stressed, cue. Eat junk food, routine. Temporary comfort, reward. Your brain doesn't care if habits help you or hurt you. It simply runs the program. The trick is, you can't delete habits, only replace them. Neural pathways are permanent highways in your brain, but you can change the routine while keeping the same cue and the same reward. Stressed? Do push-ups instead of eating. Same stress relief, better result. The average person runs on autopilot 40% of the day. But here lies the power. Design your loops consciously and autopilot becomes your ally. Keep the cue, keep the reward, improve the routine. Simple. Here is the math that will flip your perspective. A 1% improvement every day equals a 3,778% improvement over a year. Tiny decisions create massive destinies. You think that's insignificant? If you get 1% better every day, you'll be 37 times better in a year. If you get 1% worse every day, you'll shrink to 3% of your starting point. Success is not a sprint. It's the compound interest of your life. The problem, we overestimate what we can do in a day and underestimate what we can achieve in a year. Read 10 pages a day, that's 12 books a year. Save $5 a day, that's $1,125 plus interest. Work out 15 minutes a day. That's a transformed body. But what no one tells you, the compound effect also works in reverse. Skip one workout, nothing happens. Skip 100, the results speak volumes. Small decisions seem meaningless until they suddenly aren't. The secret isn't motivation or willpower. It's math. Focus on systems, not goals. One healthy meal today, one page read, one push-up. The compound effect does the rest. And here it is, the synthesis of it all. Life isn't about finding yourself. It's about creating yourself. You don't discover a predetermined destiny. You build it, decision by decision, habit by habit, day by day. Paradoxes teach you balance. Your biased brain teaches you humility. The compound effect gives you power. Every concept is interconnected. The ultimate cheat code has 3 parts. First, accept what you cannot control, and that is almost everything. Second, master what you can control, your actions and reactions. Third, make tiny compounding improvements every day. That's it. Everything else is just talk. You now understand how your brain works, why happiness hides, how habits are formed, and where the true power lies. You know that your memory lies, emotions drive you, and small actions add up to your destiny. You have the manual. And because you now understand your own brain better, in the next video, you'll learn to read others. We will reveal why most people can't detect lies and which simple, scientifically proven questions unmask any liar. If these insights have changed your view of the hidden mechanisms of life, then subscribe to this channel and give us a like. We dig up the wisdom that often lies buried under the weight of modern complexity. Design your future consciously. The next treasure of knowledge will open soon.